Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Occult Chronicles. Let's get back in there and continue Dr. Weird's adventure. Stupid darts. I'm so tempted to simply undo this entire record and start all over. No one ever see this one, but no, it'll be fun. We'll have fun together. Deep bleeding cut. Oh, am I gonna see this whenever I log in? This freaking sucks. Alright, yes. So where we left off, we had explored some of the ground floor. We actually were making a little bit of progress. We leveled our wands and pentacles up a rank, thank goodness. And now we're doing some more exploring. We have a few quests, so we don't have any completed at the moment to my knowledge. Just a bunch of incompletes. Alright, and we're working towards a skill card. Okay, well, let's continue exploring the rest of the mansion. We'll keep going until we draw 1 or 2 more tokens, I think. And we'll call the session just as a heads up. I'm actually surprised we've lasted this long with that bleeding cut. We haven't ran into any cultists yet, which I think is really helpful. When we eventually find them, and there's like 2 different types, we'll probably have a really tough time against them. There are cultist assassins, and then cultists just normally. Normal cultists show up with these assault rifles, and the assassins are armed with daggers, and much more difficult to flee or fight. Ah, another outside area. I am not interested in going outside until I can try to make up for the big hit I took with my sword's ability. Malevolent Shadows. You are surprised by a sudden flickering of shadow that spreads out around you. You feel like you are being choked by some invisible force. Your eyes bulge as you fight to gasp for air, and the dark shadows swirl around you. I have to make a horror check against these. This is another random encounter, everyone, so once we resist this horror check, we will not have to make another horror check against the shadows. We've got a decent hand, but we need cups to show up if we want to actually have a chance of beating that 6. Okay, that's good. That will reduce some of the damage we took, but that was swords. Oh, nice! Page of Cups. We'll play the queen. Because I have the queen and everything, like, she beats everything lower, I have the knight, which is just under the queen, so there's no reason to hold on to the queen. I definitely want to get rid of it in case a king shows up. So, well, this will earn us an extra 1 point than if we had used the knight. So now we're winning. That's fantastic. Might as well keep going. Your mind is strong. You shake off the feeling that you are choking and finally breathe freely. Oh, breath freely. Okay. There are a few small typos. Holy crap, courage! That's wonderful. Awesome. There are a few typos, but to be fair, like, I mispronounce things all the time, and I've had typos in the games I've made. And finally, there's a lot of text. Like, holy crap. Vic Davis made this game himself, and there's a lot of writing in it. Shadows. 2 creatures of shadow swirl around you. You recognize immediately that you are dealing with a type of ghostly creature that feeds off human emotions. Fear and pain being the most succulent to the creatures. You can either stand firm and fight these creatures physically, or run and hope to fight another day. Running is tricky because of our penalty, so we will attempt to beat them. We actually have a decent chance of winning. You decide to use your psychic talents to destroy the shadow spirits. They cannot be dismissed or reasoned with. They are the twisted and evil remnants of extreme human suffering. Let's do it. Okay, we have a Queen of Wands and a Page of Swords. Those are our only face cards. We have 1 ace. We have some average or high number cards as well. We might be able to do this. Yeah, I'm going to win. I'll play the queen. You engage in a psychic duel. You stand firm and use your talents to bottom them up in a psychic containment field. Then you crush the field and push them into the spirit world. 2 arcane energy. Well, we don't have any arcane powers, so that's useless at the moment. Where are my bones, by the way? I've already forgotten. Pentacles and wands. Okay, if we get a spell, we'll be able to immediately use it. Oh, hello, plant room. Usually there's... The dying plant man can sometimes be in here, but we got him earlier. So this means that this is probably going to hold... Probably a carnivorous plant. Though sometimes you get that outside instead of in here. Nothing. No secret passage there either. Okay. We also have some rooms left over here on the first floor. I'll have to double back. Oh, but the succubus is down here. I'll have to actually defeat her if I want to explore all the first floor. A pair of scything blades. Suddenly, you look up and see two scything blades racing down the hallway at you. They are razor sharp and suspect that they might... Wait, they are razor sharp and you suspect that they might be able to cut you in half. Oh no, and suspect works there, Tim. That works there. Alright, well, we might as well duck under the blades. We get 7 card draws as opposed to 3. You don't see anything coming at you in a stagger at a lower level. You decide that the smart move is under the blades. Okay, a King of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands, but we're going to need the Pentacles if we want to win this. And I want to win it. Oh, we're still one short. Okay. Oh, thank God we still do it. Traps are no joke whatsoever. They are very dangerous things that you whenever you have to fight any of them. Or dodge them, as it were. You drop to the floor quickly, just as the blade grazes your head. You also can get some decent rewards from them. Okay, 3 life is good. I'll take 3 life. I wish it was 1 3 life card. Ah, I hate this. I hate this one. So, this is... You have to make a decent cups check to get across this. More shadows. And if you fail, you fall down, taking hits on the way down, and then you're in the cellar. So I'd rather not crawl across that. Alright, we're going to try to dispel them again. We have a King of Wands, and that's basically it. We also only have Wands and Pentacle cards. It will make it tricky to win this one. We fail horribly. You engage in a psychic duel. You find that you cannot stand against them for long. You gasp for breath like a huge weight was sitting on your chest. This could get ugly. This is really bad. We failed by 5 points. Okay, thank goodness. No other impairment. You can get negative mind impairments as well. And, you know, start to add up really quickly. Alright, we lost. I'll make this... Oh, it doesn't make it any easier either. Our sanity is too high for it to have low. Oh, come on! 2 2s and 2 aces? Our only face card is a Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Alright, we take at least an ace they had. I will win. I don't feel like being in combat for too much longer here. That was a miserable hand draw. You engage in a psychic duel. Alright, we've already read this one, so I won't read this one again. 2 more arcane energy. Shame we don't have any spells for that. Oh, we're now on the other side of the house. Okay, that's good. That's very good. That means that we don't need to cross this to see what's over here. Probably we can go out this side and up. I'm going to take a guess. Oh, come on! A giant green ooze. You've come face to face with a green ooze. You didn't even notice it at first. It sticks to the ceiling, hidden in the shadows, waiting in ambush. Suddenly, it drops to the floor with a sickening, squishing sound and forms up in front of you. Resist the horror. You feel a rush of adrenaline-fueled fear sweep over you. This lab experiment gone bad can mean the end of you. This is one of those creatures where if you fail a combat against it, you're basically, like, in it, like, inside the blob, and you get, like, one more chance to get out, or it's instant death. An automatic instant death card, I think, is drawn for you. This is the horror check, so... Let's work at that first. Oh, that's a shame. Hello, Queen of Pentacles. Your mind is strong. You have seen things far worse than this. You were part of the team that hunted down and eliminated the Lab 257 scientist, after all. Oh, wow, good for you, Professor Weird. And, of course, it's a physical fight, so we're not winning that at all. We gotta flee it. This isn't a battle that you want to fight right now, and you decide to get away to fight another day. However, our flee is almost non-existent. You attempt to run, but the creature lunges for your legs and catches them up in its slimy hold. You might be in trouble now. Looks like that's the end of Professor Weird, everybody. We're now pinned. Slime attack. The green ooze envelops you, and you immediately feel the crushing pressure as the slimy tissues that compose the creature begin to crush down on you. The pain is immense. You must keep the thing from squeezing the breath out of you, and we're probably going to fail. You put all your effort into getting free from the killing grip of the creature. Oh! We just barely get out of it. You're not sure how you did it, but you managed to win free of the creature's embrace. You should be more careful next time. Well, game, you basically kind of gave me the middle finger. I really need to get lucky to escape the thing. We still have to flee from it, just as before. We only have a 2 target, but we have to get lucky with the cards that show up. There we go. Okay, and we do manage to just barely get away. We cannot ever beat the green slime with this character. It is not possible. To double back requires us spending the vast majority, probably, of this game doubling all the way back. Ugh, that sucks. And there's no way we can win. I would need to draw 2 kings to have a chance to win that. With only like 2 tricks? It's just not going to happen. I'm not confident we can actually run across this either, but you know what? At this point, I think it's pretty over for Dr. Weird. Running all the way back here? No, we can't really do anything. That's such a long trip. To go all the way back to that hallway. Let's do it anyway. Because our physicalness is not very good whatsoever. Okay. So we should probably explore this room. We can get there through this passage. Another zombie. This will be much tougher for us this time, because we only get 3 draw. Oh, wow. We've lost the battle. The zombie overpowers you and things go from bad to worse. Can we flee it? No, we're gonna win or lose here, everyone. Like, we're gonna keep fighting it. You lost the battle. The zombie overpowers you and things go from bad to worse. This is pretty bad. Let's keep fighting it. We're getting slightly more card draw each time. We're still failing. Oh, this is terrible. Alright, that's a decent hand, but we need a wands to show up to definitely win. Okay, you won the battle. The zombie lies scattered on the floor in several pieces. You decide not to put them back in the bag. Nothing for effort either. A bookshelf. You see rows and rows of books. Most of the material is quite pedestrian, and what you would expect to find in the library of a large estate like this. However, occasionally you come across an item that is more esoteric, and you wonder what secrets and knowledge might be hidden here. You'll never know unless you look, of course. We'll search the bookshelf. We have a decent number of tricks and draw here. You decide to inspect the bookshelf more closely. You scan over the titles and occasionally put out a volume to get a better look. That's a good hand draw, too, but we have to hope for pentacles. Anything but pentacles. That sucks. We still got a decent high number, though, so we should get like 4 cards, I think. This looks promising. You think you might have found something. There's a good chance... Oh, 5 cards. There's a good chance we'll get a spell from this. If... Oh, we got lucky enough to draw it. And that's our chance to get the spell right there. The Gentleman Ghost. You see ghostly wisps of smoke rising to the ceiling. You follow the wisps down to a large, comfortable leather chair sitting in the gloom. Suddenly, you see the illumination of a cigar end, and, with that, a ghost materializing, sitting in the chair. Oh crap, I read that I clicked that too fast. Hello, King of Pentacles, you can have my 2. Take your 2 of Cups. Play the Queen to win the horror challenge. You have kept your sanity. You admire the ghost's smoke circles and wish you had a few cigars on you right now. The gentleman ghost sitting in the chair puffs away on his cigar and smiles back at you. He looks like the jovial old uncle that you never had. You sense that he is impatient, though, as his demeanor turns from a smile to a frown. Perhaps he thought you were a servant. We'll communicate with him. You decide to use your psychic talents as a medium to try to find out what the ghost is doing here. You might have information that can help you. Oh wow, King of Cups and a King of Swords. That's wonderful. Assuming we can get a Wands or a Swords. Neither! We actually fail. We just needed 1 point. You sit down in the chair across from him and enter a trance. Mistaking you for a servant, he thinks you are impertinent and refuses to acknowledge your attempts to communicate. Add insult to injury. We only had to draw 1 card and we draw -1 sanity. Again! A King of Cups, a Knight of Wands. Oh, well, we'll take it. We gotta hope that... Okay, excellent. We get a king. We do. Ah, darn you, Queen of Wands. These are 6 on you. You sit down in the chair across from him and enter a trance. Mistaking you for a servant, he thinks you are impertinent at first. Then he realizes that you still might be able to help him. He needs a favor done. Oh, come on, game. Humph! My good man, I am almost out of my cigars here. Would you be kind enough to go and fetch me a few? The ghostly gentleman leans back and puffs out a huge column of ghost smoke. He fixes you in the eyes and says, "There's this one catch, of course. More like an inconvenient challenge, actually. You'll see what I mean." So we have to find that ghost. There he is. Oh, right across the hallway. All right, we might as well give this a try. Man, we got almost the first floor done. We haven't even gotten a new card yet. Only, how much experience have we earned? 8 experience? Oh, that's terrible. All right. The creature does not seem to be able to leave its chair. All right, we've already read that. We're going to grab some of the fingers. We don't have a good chance at it, but we're going to do it anyway. This thing seems almost seared into the chair. The fingers are what catch your eye. So this is what the gentleman ghost meant. They do indeed look like cigars. You decide to grab a bunch of them. Holy crap, what a fantastic hand! King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Let's immediately play the king to win the challenge. Wow. That is... I don't think I've ever had a hand draw like that, especially not with only 4 cards. And we were able to use all of them. That's wonderful. You snatch a few of the fingers and put them in your pocket. Not able to leave its chair, the creature howls in anger. Well, it's only 2, but we'll take it. All right, we need to make up. We need to make up for the hit we took to our swords. Is it possible to take? Well, yeah, we really. I keep saying we need repeatedly. What we need to do is stop repeating myself. I think we don't even have a weapon, so I'd hate to take ranged weapon specialist. But there's nothing else that really lets us increase our swords here, unfortunately. We could take Investigator Specialist. Increases swords and wands. But I don't really need the wands up. I really just need swords. So this hints to me that we're going to end up getting alternating swords and wands. And I just want the swords up. So we're going to take, I think we'll take Ranged Weapon Specialist. It's really just the Swords attribute I need at the moment, plus the ability to get a Swords Bone. We'll have to hope we get a Ranged Weapon, of course, sometime. It also stinks because if you take a Ranged Weapon Specialist, and then you find a Melee Weapon, well, you didn't take Melee Weapon Specialist. We could decide not to take either, and go for increasing your cups, but a Swords of 1, you have... It's going to be... I'm about to say, you have no idea how bad it's going to be, but you've already seen how bad it can be. Let's grab Ranged Weapon Specialist. Okay, yeah, we can take swords up for the cheap, so that's what we'll be aiming for next. While we're in this room, let's explore the rest of it. An apparition of death. You see a chessboard set up for the commencement of a game. Upon closer examination, if I can even pronounce closer, you discover that the pieces are very strange. The black ones are carved out of some volcanic rock and seem to shift between normal pieces and twisted tentacled monsters, while the white pieces, carved from alabaster, depict humans armed with all manner of weapons. You could swear that you see a knight that resembles yourself. Suddenly, in the chair across the chessboard, a grim specter of death appears. Your eyes widen in disbelief as apparition beckons you to sit and play. You must fight to keep your sanity. Oof. Well, no face cards. Let's just hope we can get 2 points, and we do. Holy crap! Wow! They drew a lot of low numbers. Awesome. Your mind is strong. You stare back at the apparition and even muster a nonchalant smile, which seems to amuse it. Wow, lots of sanity back from that one, too. The specter startles you. You wonder if this is some type of trick or illusion. Could this be real? You can sense the currents of sorcery at work here, but just what the source is, you cannot be certain. It beckons you to sit across from it. The apparition motions to the board again, suggesting that you begin the game. I'm really tempted to do it. You can get some decent things from this. I think wild cards in particular. It'll be a long time before I can up my pentacles, but you know, we'll come back. Well, if we do it now, the difficulty's not going to go up either. But we could go to the other side of the house and explore it first. Maybe even defeat the succubus. It's such a shame I don't know what you need to actually talk to her. We'll wait. We'll wait. Besides, it's actually a little tougher because we have this token in play at the moment. Alright, let's complete our quest. You decide to give the gentleman ghost his odd cigars. You hand over the charred fingers and witness the delight on the ghost's face. Yes, I know it's a bad habit and it will probably kill me, but the afterlife has such few genuine pleasures. Thank you, good sir. Here is something for the effort. 1 experience point. That's it. However, we have a chance to get more here. Let's hope we do. Holy crap, a wild card. The Chariot. Your successful fleet challenges are converted automatically into evasions, allowing you to stay in the location where the challenge occurred, while this card is in your inventory. Oh, that's wonderful. Maybe I'll actually take Fleet Evade as the last skill card for our character. And +1 life. 1 experience point. Not enough to increase swords yet. Alright then. Shame we didn't get a spell there. It would have been really handy. Didn't find the refrigerator yet either. We'll risk another zombie. You know, we have our wands. Oh, no, but with this token in play, I want to wait to do the ghost battles until after. After we're done. Sorry. We want to do the Ghostbusters after another token is drawn. Oh, we can sneak past the succubus. Okay, well, that kind of works. What is this room? Billiards room. That's a billiards table? Oh, it has a... Oh, look at that. That looks like the silhouette of something on the table itself. How about that? Class 1 haunting. The haunting manifests itself as a dim ball of light. It has no sense of its previous life or existence. It wanders hopelessly lost. You should exercise caution. These haunts cannot be reasoned with, and they can be lethal if disturbed. I would like to agree with that last statement. The last character I had, I died before the first token was drawn. I failed my combat check against this and drew an instant insanity card, which means you lose automatically. We'll try to destroy it. You decide to use your psychic talents to dispel the ghost and send it to the spirit world. It will most likely resist. It's not a terrible draw. We have a Queen of Cups and a Knight of Swords. So we'll need a Cups here. Or a Page in order to win. A Page of Swords, that is. Okay. Do I play the Queen now? I'll risk it. We'll play our 9. I'll play the 7. We'll play our Knight. Get us the victory. Hello. Darn it. I should have played the Queen. You engage in a psychic duel with the ghost. It turns its mindless anger and desperation against you, but you prevail. You feel that whatever it was before would thank you for the peace you gave it. Nothing in the billiards room. Another hallway. I guess we'll go see what this is. What's down here? Hello. What is this room? Crafts room. Set to the back of the grand dining room? Interesting. Guess someone was taking their dinner here. A possessed stuffed polar bear! You first thought that it was some type of decorative statue, but as you get closer, you realize that it is a large stuffed animal. Its white fur, black nose, and ferocious claws reveal it to be a polar bear, in point of fact. Suddenly, the polar bear begins to stir. A ghostly green vapor seems to be animating it. You have seen this type of possession before, and it never ends well. You find yourself fighting a wave of panic that threatens to turn your will into jelly. Bunch of pages. We better hope for a bunch of numbers. Okay, we're going to immediately win this horror check. Your mind is strong. You'll see things far worse than this. After all, you have read the briefings on what actually happened to the Franklin expedition. This doesn't even raise an eyebrow compared to that. Professor Weird does sound like he is Does sound like he has done a bunch of professoring. Hey, edge upgrade. That's wonderful. I think I'm going to take Museum Curator up a rank. The value of your initial card draws for any puzzle lore perception challenge must now include 2 face cards. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, God. Well, fleeing is not... 3 tricks makes it really difficult to succeed at. We're not going to beat him in a fight. We might be able to beat him with a psychic duel. We'll give it a try. You decide to use your mind to attack the spirit directly. Oh, 2 queens. Okay, we just have to hope for the cups or wands. We also have a knight of swords, so we got some variety down here. That really sucked. There goes our queen of cups to their king. I need to play the queen because I need to reduce the damage we're about to take. Oh, we still win. Okay, thank goodness, by 2 points. That sucks, king of cups. I hate you. You won the duel. You popped the head right off the shoulders. Oh, psychic power. Alright, we'll take a look at that when we're done. Nice! Ah, thank goodness. Okay. Now our swords is back up to 2. We're gonna begin working on another point in swords. Holy crap, that was so grueling to have 1 swords for a while. Now we're just terrible instead of absolutely god-awful. Now, what was that psychic talent we have? Twist Fate. Oh, I think this is one I really like. Roll 1 bone to test for success. Then add 1 to all bone rolls for the duration of the option chosen for the encounter. So this allows me to roll higher with all other abilities. So you won't see me using this very often, because I don't really have anything else except for, like, Brilliant Insight. I guess that will also work on my tablet. Yeah, so Twist Fate can let me do really well for, what is this, lore? Lore puzzles and what have you, which I already do really well at thanks to my passives. We are going to walk to the left 1 spot, checking for a clue token. Okay, let's go down and this way and check what's on the other side of the house. A coffee room. An occult card game ritual. You see a spent candle next to 7 chalk circles. You have the impression that somebody's been playing a game here. You notice the card sitting in three of the circles. A sudden chill shoots down your spine as you recognize one of the cards. Death. Something supernatural is going on here, and you can feel it in your bones. A ritual was in the process of being performed and was suddenly interrupted. You can sense the spirit energy swirling about this place. You have to resist the horror. We don't have a... Well, we have an okay hand. Lots of high numbers, but no. And we win anyway, thank goodness. Your mind is strong. You shake off the effects of the supernatural energy that has been drawn to this location via the ritual that the deck has begun to invoke. Alongside death sit despair and darkness. The unseeing eye seems to preside over all 3. This is a very unusual deck. You can't place it exactly from memory. You think it might have originated from the Balkans, but you're not sure. You study the setup carefully and decide what to do next. So we can try to play the deck without knowing how to play it, or we can try to decipher the game and figure out what we need to do to play it more safely. We'll try to decipher the game. It's also a lore, so that's our specialty. You decide to try and examine the card game setup more closely to see if you could identify it and what it was trying to do. Those are our free 2 face cards, forcing the game to give me some. And we'll win. Or do I not want to win? We'll take the victory. Yes, you recognize the deck and the setup. It's clearly the work of the Red Hand. The thought that the cult had been destroyed... Oh, you thought the cult had been destroyed utterly. Why would a Red Hand divination deck be set up here? There must be a spirit key nearby. We should try to find it. Nice. If you find the key, you can play the deck without the worry that you might precipitate some catastrophic event. You suspect that it is nearby. A key for the deck created for the Red Hand will most likely bear the mark of the Red Hand somewhere conspicuous. You will know it when you see it. We've already seen where it's located. That was the tapestry back over to the other side of the mansion. Growing confidence. Story token drawn. Despite the daunting odds, you feel a growing sense of optimism that you can accomplish this mission. You're a fool, Professor Weird. You're a fool. However, all successful combat challenges that involve cups as the primary suit, that's for the most part traps, have a 10% chance of generating a random gain courage card from a no result card while this story icon is active. A part of me is tempted just to run right back over here and get the picture. In fact, we're going to do that. We're still not going to walk near the pit. That's a huge mistake. We've already read this, so it's time to find the key. This is obviously the key for the red hand card game ritual that you found earlier. You decide to examine the tapestry more closely to decipher the key. This might be risky. Well, we're a lore puzzle person. We drew a kind of really bad hand. In fact, I think I was going to fail it. You were simply stumped. At this point, a crossword puzzle might kill you. That's more like it. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Let's immediately just play the king. Oh, that sucks. Hello, King of Swords. You have to take my Queen of Swords. But we take your page. Alright, nice. 13. Thank goodness. You almost didn't see it at first, but the key is built into the movements of the two armies of knights as they prance around the battlefield. You quickly note down the corresponding cards and their locations. And that's why I wanted to... Generally, when you complete, like, this part of a quest, like, generally there's lots of fetch quests, like, go get this, then go back. If you can get that fetch part a high number, there's a good chance you'll get some experience from it. That's why I wanted to fail that one time. Alright, now our swords is up to 3. I think we'll work on... I could add another skill card and go for cups next. Or pentacles. We probably should honestly improve our cups. Pentacles of 4 is... it's just okay. But honestly, we want more cups or traps will kill us. We could also work on persuasion deception edges. You know, let's work on a deception edge. We do have that one demon quest, and we also are working for the other scientist, and we'll want deception edges for that. Right, so let's keep exploring this way. Actually, let's turn this quest in. Okay, we can play the deck using the key. Now that you have the key, you should be able to play the deck in a relative safety. You can see that we get one more trick, one more draw, and the target number is 3. However, it went from pentacles to wands as well. Oh boy, we did not get a good hand draw at all here. 2 aces. Okay, let's play the 6. Taking that. Hello. Pentacles. Should I even use Brilliant Insight? What does this do for me? Oh! How much is this to use it? 1 courage? Let's use it. Select 1 not revealed trick card. If it is a revealed card, if the revealed card is a non-face card, bump down to value 5. After it's bumped down, then we get to add 5 points to our score. We'll guess this one. Darn it! So we... Wait. We earned the points anyway? How did that work? Select a not revealed trick card. Reveal it. If the revealed card is a non-face card, then bump it down -X. After all cards have been bumped, then add X to your trick. Oh, okay, we get the points no matter what the card is. Okay, gotcha. Well, that makes that actually really useful. We won the queen, basically, but we still have to play our page. There's no reason not to go for broke. Okay, we could have done a lot better there. Our hand draw was pretty poor. I'm not willing to risk failing this one. I don't know what happens if you fail, but I don't think I want to find out. You light the candle, invoke the words in the key corresponding to the current hand, and you draw out the next 2 cards, the shield and the dagger. The candle flickers out, but you have a vision. No, it isn't a vision. It's an urge to deal out 1 more card. Darn it, I should have gone for this one. You have continued the game and dealt 2 more cards. The candle is flickered out. The candle is flickered out almost as if someone or something had blown it out. You relight the candle and decide how to proceed. You feel the need to draw 1 more card, but you hesitate. You sense it might be risky. We will do it anyway. You draw 1 final card from the deck. Blood. You feel faint. Your vision begins to blur, and you think you are looking down a long black tunnel. A wave of red is approaching. You awaken in a cold sweat. You have no idea how long you have been unconscious. Banished Spirit, a new psychic talent. And 1 experience point. Now, we can't hold Banished Spirit because we have Twist Fate. However, I'm not a big fan of Twist Fate after looking at it, so we'll just discard Twist Fate and claim our Banished Spirit card instead. It's gotta be better than Twist Fate. Roll 1 bone and select a not revealed trick card and reveal it. Add your Wand's attribute to your trick taking score if the revealed card is a non-face card. Then add a trick to the field if space is available. Okay, so this works how I thought Brilliant Insight does work. Kind of. Okay, awesome. So, we also earn more experience points, so let's take a Deception Edge. 40 cards are revealed during the results phase of Persuasion Challenge. 1 random Sanity Loss card. Okay, so this discards Sanity Loss. I don't care. I'd rather win than have to worry about the effects of not winning. 1 point against revealed unmatched trick card on the board up to X. So, for every trick card we can't match, Chatty Catty gives us 1 point. We get 1 point if we have a card left over that we didn't flip over. And that number goes up with the level of the edge. I think this goes up to 4. For any Persuasion Deception Challenge, the value of any face card remaining in your hand is added. Okay, if we can't play... Okay, this one's a kind of tricky one. If we have a face card in our hand, we get its points. If we have a number of face cards left in our hand equal to, less than or equal to level of the edge. In other words, if we have 2 face cards in our hand, we don't get any points left over if we end the challenge. If we have 1 at the current number here, we would earn that 1 face card's points. I actually would like one that lets me see them. Initial card draw of any precision. No, look, not be less. No, I don't care about that. Reveal trick cards. No. Is there a way for me to see, like, Scryed State? Is there a Scryed State one? I guess there isn't. Teller, oh, that's interesting. Tall Tale Tales means that if any trick cards placed on the board are lowered by 1 point between 1 and level, a random number, 1 to level edge. That's not that great, actually. X1's X target level. This is actually really tricky. I was hoping for a show X number of cards are placed in a scryed state. The problem with Chatty Cathy is that it would let me win. I might win challenges I don't want to win with it, unfortunately. I'm sorry, not Chatty Catty. December. Dissembler. We'll take Dissembler. I think that's how you pronounce it. So, for any Persuasion or Deception challenge, the value of any face card remaining in your hand is added to your trick-taking score. If you have X or fewer face cards remaining in your hand, where X is the level of the edge. Done. And we'll begin working on another skill card. I want something to improve my cups. Next, How many can that be up to? Yeah, just one. That's what I thought. All right, so let's keep going. A poison gas trap. Oh, this one's terrible. You feel your foot pressed down on a pressure plate, and you hear the click as the tablets hit the pan of acid. A cloud of poisonous gas erupts from the floor beneath you. Oh, God. This is absolutely terrible. Oh, I don't even know which one's better. 4 tricks but 5 card draw versus 7 tricks and 4 card draw. 4 card draw is terrible. I'll take the instinctive roll. You roll out of the way of the poison cloud using your reflexes and instincts. Oh God, that's a terrible card draw too. We're not gonna win this. We're gonna take a huge hit here, I think. We fail. I could play the wild card, but I want to hold on to it. I'm willing to accept the fact we'll die here. You stumble and fall through the cloud instead of away from it. You begin to feel dizzy. However, it was a poison trap. That means... Oh, nothing! Oh, okay. Holy crap, I thought we'd have to draw, make a poison check. I guess because we didn't take any damage. Book on stand. You notice a large tome set on an ornate reading pedestal. It's apparent that the book is bound in human skin. You have seen such things in the odd special collections. You feel a presence nearby. Yes, you are being watched. But the strongest emanation is from the tome itself. You could swear that it is alive. Is it breathing? No, that must be your imagination. We can read the tome. Your training has included research into countless forbidden tomes. You can read a dozen dead or lost languages. Perhaps we can find some useful information here. We have a good chance to get a spell from this if we succeed. We'll try it. Alright, so, can we use Banished Spirit? No, that's a psychic battle one. Can't use this. We could use Brilliant Insight. In fact, I think we're going to. If we earn Courage, we'll earn it in like at least 2 points. So let's use this. All right, only 2 points will get added to our score for this, though. And we lowered that 9 down to a 7. Okay, that's not too bad. We can't really take advantage of it, though. We don't have any wands. But we did earn 2 points to help us out against it. Nice. A Page of Cups. We'll definitely play our king to get the victory. Hello, King of Pentacles. You can take my ace instead. We'll play the 8 and the 2. Useless to play our book. We can't beat any of the cards that we had to place cards down on anyway. With our tablet. That's not going to be useful here. You begin to read the tome and realize that you have established a mind link with an evil intelligence that resides within. Your will is stronger, and it bows before you, revealing new vistas and hidden knowledge. Shrivel Flesh! That sounds wonderful. We'll take a look at that when we're done. Ah, that's the only thing. I'm really unlucky with the rewards. Okay, what do we get? That's going to be in... That's not here, Tim. That's in your actual inventory down here. Combat Sorcery Battle. Roll 1 bone and then select up to X non-face cards of the same suit in your hand and convert them into pages, where X is the number of pentacles rolled. Wow! That could be useful. No clue tokens either down here so far. This is really a nightmarish situation for us. We also cannot beat the green slime. We need a gun if we're going to beat it. So we just have to keep avoiding it. There could be a secret passage down here, so we'll quickly check. Nope. Alright, so then that's it for us on the ground floor. Well, actually, we can probably we can find the other stairs up here. However, I'm very nervous because the insects will be up here guarding another hallway. They are also very difficult to get past. Clue token. Hey, let's see what on earth is going on in this place. A box of candles. You find a box of candles made from materials you don't even want to contemplate. You are sure that this is the work of cultists. Okay, -1 target level. Yes, I want to go this way to start, because I want to get downstairs. Is it worth exploring this? Be very careful up here. There can be a hole in the floor. A locked door. You see a locked wooden door. There was a worn keyhole right where it belongs, but no sign of a key anywhere. Oh, God, this is a terrible attempt to pick the lock. We'll just leave it alone. We need cups. I'm making the sounds because we're not encountering anything. The thing in the bathtub! You hear water dripping. Then you notice the bathtub. As you approach, you start to get a bad feeling. The tub is full. You can hear something moving in it. Suddenly, a figure lurches out of the brackish water and slumps over the side of the bathtub. Empty sockets stare at you. This is from Resident Evil, if I recall correctly. You've seen your fair share of undead, but this thing still gives you the creeps. 7 horror check for that. I don't think we're going to make that. Especially not with this hand. We are on the 2nd floor. These are all tougher up here. Your mind is weak. You struggle to maintain your sanity. The undead creature is fully clothed, but the fabric of its dress is wet and rotting away. You have no idea how long it's been lying in its tub. It turns its head towards you, and a tongue of some sort darts out of its decaying skull and seems to lick fleshless lips. You guess that it wants a snack. Good God, this is horrible! Flee the undead creature. You think you've seen this movie before, and you don't like how it ends. An ace, a 2, and a page of cups. We better get another page. Okay, we win. You carefully step backwards and then turn to make a dash for it. You hear the thing sink back into its bathtub. Pack of ghouls. You stumble upon 3 figures hunching over something lying on the floor. They look up to face you. You recoil in horror as you observe their blood-covered faces. These creatures have been feasting on a body and it looks human. Horror check. We are going to fail this. Your mind is weak. You struggle to maintain your sanity. Only 1 sanity, that's pretty good. Ghouls. You would know those canine features and that smell anywhere. The Odd has been called in more than once to fight ghoul infestations. Calcutta, Chicago, London, Fond du Lac. They seem to pop up everywhere. You remember your briefings. Hit them hard and they will scatter. Don't let them swarm you or get behind you. Make sure you get any wounds, especially bite wounds, treated immediately. We've got to fight them. Yeah, we have a better chance of winning during a fight. It's not an even fight, but whoever said life was fair. Poor ghouls. Poor us. We can use our shrivel, but we'd only be able to make 1 page with this. We'll just have to hope. Wait, this failed. We reduced the damage at least. You lost a battle. You underestimated these things. You might not get a chance to redeem yourself. We can take a lot of damage from ghouls. Again. Wow, this is a great hand, but we need swords to show up. That's really terrible right there. Failed. Lost the battle. Again. Thank goodness. You won the battle. The ghouls are no match for you. They fall where they stood, and the puddle of blood is on the floor is now even bigger. Right, we make up for the health loss we took. Another locked door. This one's wands and cups, but we don't have a good... Why is the chance so low on this? Oh, our cups. We need more cups for the trick-taking score. Let's go back downstairs. We're no match for floor 2 yet. Where the heck are we? Oh, that's the 3rd floor, Tim. Don't go up there. That's death waiting for you up there. Hello, locked secret door. No, we're not going to be matched whatever that is. Another locked door. Okay, well, we're down back here again. We're going to keep searching everything down on the 1st floor. What are we working toward? We're working toward another skill card for cups. Oh, the dagger will be in here somewhere. A clue. -2 target level. You have found some very odd printed material detailing the benefits of initiation into an unnamed cult. Alright, so we know we're dealing with the cult. We know that anyway because we selected the challenge. However, you can choose a random encounter, and then it's fun to find the clue tokens to hint as to what you'll be doing in the mission. An old refrigerator. You come across an odd sight for this house, and that is saying something. Before you stands a 1922 Kelvinator refrigeration unit. Who knows how it got here? You notice that the door is hanging slightly ajar. Your eyes are drawn to the interior of the main porcelain cabinet, and you are shocked by what you see. Jars and jars of internal organs, some human, some you are not sure of. Your stomach turns at the sight of all the neatly stacked organ jars. The methodical alignments and the precision of the stacking makes you wonder about the evil, obsessive-compulsive genius behind this. That's a terrible draw. And we got one ace, no face cards. We're getting extraordinarily unlucky. We fail. Your mind is weak. Growing doubts and fears eat away at your fragile sanity. Rows of neatly stacked transparent jars and specimen dishes containing organs and tissue samples fill the inside of the main porcelain cabinet, each labeled in a neat mechanical hand-written script. You glance over the labels, noting some of the stranger ones. Krogan, Asari, Drell, Turian. At the bottom shelf is a rack holding dozens of vials, each also neatly labeled. Zugul venom, trace of the beyond, Gnet's acid. The first batch is from Mass Effect. The last batch is from the Witcher series. So we can find his Boffin juice, search the bottom row for the vial Boffin juice and take this. Shouldn't be that hard. Or switch the labels. Find the Boffin juice, and then switch its label with something else to sabotage Benway's experiment. We'll try this. Well, the good news is that we've earned 5 points just by having the King of Cups in our hand because of our deception. However, if we can play it, we will do so. That lets us win. Just like that. So we earn 1 more point by playing the king than we do by holding on to it. You carefully peel off the labels and switch them. Boffin juice is now, in reality, Arcspore juice. That should throw a monkey wrench into the works. Another haunting. We've already read this. We'll just try to kill it. Though if we fail this badly, we're going to take a possible immediate loss here. You engage in a psychic duel with the ghost. It overwhelms your psychic defenses and tries to get into your mind. Thank goodness. A King of Swords, a Page of Wands. That's the only decent things we've got. We could banish Spirit, but no, we'll just try to play this one. I'm going to take a risk here. We'll play a 6 on it. Hoping for a better hand. Oh, come on, game. Queen and a page. We'll take that to help prevent us from taking too much damage. Yeah, let's win it. Okay, we've... you engage in a psychic duel with the ghost. It turns its mindless anger and desperation against you, but you prevail. You feel that whatever it was before you would thank you for the peace you gave it. An angry poltergeist knives! You hear the clatter and swish of air before you can even see it. Then suddenly in front of you is a supernatural cyclone of razor-sharp butcher knives. It's moving right towards you, and you don't have the luxury to panic. You fight to keep yourself calm and not give in to the panic. We just want to... we'll take a chance. We might get a higher card here. Your mind is strong. Your will obeys, and you are ready for whatever comes next. Okay, our best bet is to probably stand and fight it, and we actually have a better chance of psychic dueling it. This poltergeist is the embodiment of mindless rage, and you think that you can contain and disperse it with just the power of your mind. A risky course, no doubt, but it may just work. That's a good hand. Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. We do have an ace, that sucks, but whatever. Alright. This time, I think we will try Banish Spirit here. Okay, so we have to roll a bow, select the not revealed trick card, reveal that card, add wands if the revealed card is a non-face card. Yes! It gives us 5 points immediately. Bam! Just like that. And why don't we really win this fight and immediately play the queen on it? Giving us 10 points, 3 over what we needed. We might as well play the queen. That was wonderful. 22 points. We'd smacked the ever-living hell out of that poltergeist. You won the duel. You first create a barrier around it, and then holding it tight, simply snuff it out. Come on, game. Give me some experience points here, please. Thank you. The Crow, a talisman. Okay, that's similar to what we have here, but this one is air. It will always appear on a failed air challenge, but its release chance is also 10%. Nice. Talisman is always welcome. Spray of darts! You feel your foot step down to the pressure plate and then hear the demonic sound of darts being shot through blow tubes. You catch a glimpse of a deadly swarm of needle-tip killers heading your way. We remember this. This went really bad for us last time. You notice what you think is a gap in the wall of darts heading your way. You decide to crouch into it. We have a decent hand, 2 knights and a king. All different suits. We just have to hope we can get a swords in particular. Oh, okay. Well, we can take that. That reduces the damage we take. Let's immediately play the knight. We still haven't won. Oh, we did. We won. Oh, thank goodness. Wow, we didn't get to play our king. But we won with 2 extra points. That's 3 card draw, I think. You position yourself so that all the darts miss you completely. You can gain a life for it. That's wonderful. The Butler's Ghost. A tall, well-dressed figure looms into view, holding a silver platter in one hand, as if to offer you an appetizer. Your eyes travel down to the platter and behold half a human head. You feel a surge of panic growing within you. You've been trained to expect and deal with things like this. Even so, no matter how many times you see something like this, it still requires steady nerves to keep your calm. Oh, come on, game. Freaking 1 page. We're not gonna probably succeed at this. It's always the easy challenge if you fail them spectacularly. Alright, well, we win this one barely, so let's just shut up. You have kept your sanity. Are you the head waiter? You drolly... Oh. Are you the head waiter? You drolly inquire. Standing in front of you is the figure of what was obviously once a butler or servant. You say once because you are sure that what now confronts you is a supernatural entity of some sort. It is the most corporeal ghost you have ever encountered. You have read of such things in Tobin's Spirit Guide, Ghostbuster reference, but you are certain that it is very unusual. You approach the butler, and his glowing eyes are fixed on you. The head on the plate suddenly stares up at you as well. "May I help you, sir?" it intones, and you are not sure if you actually heard its voice in your ears, or just in your head. Oh, we can't actually talk to him. Let's dismiss the servant psychically then. We'll fight him. You have an idea that you can use your psychic powers to dismiss the servant once and for all. He'll probably thank you for it. We could flee him. He is part of a quest. We'll try fleeing him. So I'm thinking with this character, everyone, we probably won't go to the attic, which will save us maybe 1 token, because we're going to be... Oh, holy crap, another clue token. Wonderful. We're already struggling somewhat to get quests completed, and I want all these low-level quests completed before I get the experience points. You find a pendant containing a carving of some tentacled monstrosity. Who would carry such a thing? Cultists. That's who. The Possessed Knife. We're going to also call it quits, everyone, right after this is done. You look down and see a large knife resting on a wooden surface. Blood has pooled around it, and there are several pieces of stubby flesh scattered around it as well. Suddenly, you see 2 pale eyes reflected on the surface of the blade. No, not reflected, but rather projected from some place inside the blade. You recoil in terror from the vision. Isn't this, what's that one anime? Soul Eater, I think, was like this, wasn't it? The eyes seem to pierce through your very soul. They mask a dark and powerful evil will. You shudder and force yourself to resist it. You can feel it probing your psychic defenses. Horror check. We'll play the page. Obviously, I need to in order to... Well, I don't need to do that, but... continue. Hello, King of Swords. We have it this time to take the queen. Aha! You kept your sanity. You have shrugged off the evil spirit's attempt to dominate you. You gaze at the knife, but try to keep your gaze from locking on the mesmerizing eyes within the blade. You feel an oppressive presence within the room. The knife radiates pure evil. You resolve to approach this artifact with caution, and wonder how many throats this thing has slit. So if you, as a heads up, by the way, everyone, you always, I think if you haven't talked to the ghostly chef, you can always attempt to master the knife, but to my knowledge, it doesn't do anything for you. Like, you don't get a knife as a weapon for, well, You know, maybe you do as a random item, but it doesn't give you a guaranteed knife for succeeding that challenge, and it's always very difficult to do so. We're going to relay the ghostly chef's message. Communicating with something like this is always dangerous. There is no telling how powerful this possessed knife really is. You decide to risk it and enter a trance. We automatically get 5 points because of the single king in our hand. So we're winning this challenge. So this is the only problem with this. Normally I'd have failed the challenge to hope to get a better draw, but we did not. So now I'm going to play to win because, well, we need to win. We always get 1 more point playing a face card than keeping it in our hand. So we will play it. Wow, we take the 2 with our 3. That's wonderful. You enter a trance and are immediately assaulted with the desire to harm yourself. Before you know it, the blade is in your hand, but you fight back and make it listen to your command. The knife obeys. It will return to the chef shortly. Oh, that sucked. Alright, well, we're done, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get a quick review. So we've increased our swords a bit, grabbing another skill card. That's okay. We're basically below average at this point when it comes to stats I would like. The wound is absolutely terrible. Obviously, I hate it. We would have a 4 swords normally otherwise. We have Banished Spirit. That's pretty good. We've used Brilliant Insights. We have a single wild card that will let us win something that we absolutely, positively, 100% have to win. And we have Triple Flesh, which could be useful. Actually, we could use this when fighting the slime in an attempt to get us to be victorious there. We've explored most of the ground floor now. I would like that other skill card before we finish. And when it comes to quests, how are we looking? We have this quest just completed, and we have this quest just completed. That'll earn us a little bit of rewards. I think 1 experience point from both. So we probably should begin looking to make our way over here. But I'd like to explore the rest of these rooms. Then we'll take the attic as a shortcut up and around the obvious... well, actually, no, we should finish exploring all the first floor. All of the first floor, because it's easier down here than it is upstairs. Oh, that's right, we also get another talisman. So it's not that bad, actually. I'm surprised we're doing as well as we are, all things considering our low swords count. We've also gotten lucky in that we have not encountered any cultists yet. Once we begin encountering cultists, it's going to get really bad for us really quickly. We also only have 2 tokens drawn, so it's still early game. Once the 4th card is drawn, we're in the mid game. And then once the this token is drawn, we're in the late game. We've got to go down to the basement cellar, starting at this point, if you want to have any chance of winning. All right, well, that's it for us. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. We'll continue the studies of Professor... That was creepy. Professor Weird. Stop that. I'll see you guys soon. Take care, everyone.